점수 잡는 hackers.
So what is type 1? Like I said, it's finding the right grammatical endings that is given to you. All right? In a more specific way, they're going to ask you to find the appropriate postpositions and connective endings functioning as final endings in order to create a grammatically correct sentence according to the context. Right? They will be presented in the form of a declarative sentence like you see here that asks for the main grammatical items. Right? And they will give you 4 options to choose from. Okay? So this is a sentence I will give you. This blank is what we're looking for. Postposition connective ending sounds difficult, but actually all you have to know is that they're looking for final endings, right? Grammatical endings. So if you see here, the last endings are different, right? So they want to know if you can exactly pinpoint, right, which parts of the paragraph is looking for, which part of the blank is looking for, all right? So grammatical parts. Number 2, let's look at the right strategy that will give you the right answer. Today, like I told you, I'm going to give you 3-step strategies, okay? The first step, right, I want you guys to memorize. Remember, today's steps are pretty simple compared to the other ones, right? But keep in mind, I will never give you too difficult steps. It's going to be always very, very simple, right? Number 1. Read the given sentences carefully and check the option items first. The first thing you have to do is to check the option items, right? Right? It's kind of different because sometimes we focus too much on the sentence and how it means, right? But for this test, I want you guys to look at the options given first so you know what you are looking for, right? Then read the sentence again and understand the whole context by inserting the common word that goes in the blank, right? What is this common word? This common word is a repeated word, right? The word that we see often, right? I will go into this a little bit later on when we're looking into practicing and exercising the problems, right? Step 2. Find the appropriate word for the blank that best matches the former and latter context. Right? Number 2 is pretty simple. Just choose the right word, the right grammatical word that you think best matches the former and latter context. Right? Last one. Insert the selected option item in the blank, then check if the sentence or dialogue is connected naturally. Oops. All right, this is a very important step. Okay? I want you guys to choose and then not just move on. Right? The last step is for you to put in your option item and read it. Right? Not out loud, obviously. This is an exam, right? So inside, I want you to read the entire sentence and see if it's connected naturally. Right? Once you've checked that, move on to the next question. Okay? All right, so now that we've gone over what type question 1 is and what type of strategy that we have to use in order to solve it, let's move on to solving practical problems. All right, let's move on to question number 1. The first sentence is the direction given. All right, it says, blank에 들어갈 가장 알맞은 것을 고르십시오. 각 2점 is just points, so 2 points given to you, right? Which means choose the best answer for the blank space, right? This is a declarative sentence that they gave us, right? 어제는 친구들과 같이 점심을 blank 바로 도서관에 갔다, right? The underlined, the sentence below are translated sentences or translated words that I give you and won't be in the test, right? But let's go over it. Let's translate it. 어제는, 어제 is yesterday. 친구들 is friends. 같이, together. 점심 is what? Lunch. Then blank is what we're looking for. 바로 is right. Or in this case, straight to. Right? I went right. Or right after. Good. 도서관 is library. 갔다 is to go. But it's 갔다, so it's past tense. Right? So we went. So if we translate this, it means yesterday, blank, lunch with my friends, I went straight to the library. What are we looking for? First thing, don't get too caught up on the first sentence yet. All right, let's look at the options first. 4 options. Number 1, 먹든지. Number 2, 먹거나. Number 3, 먹고 나서. Number 4, 먹다 보면. All right, what did I tell you? Look for the common word. What is the common word? They keep saying 먹. What is eat in Korean? 먹다, right? So the common word here is 먹다, which means to eat, right? 먹다, 먹다, common word is eat. But what are we looking for? We're looking for something that we did after we ate, right? So whatever word we're looking for here, or grammatical word we're looking for here, has to say after I ate or after eating, all right? Let's look at our first option. Our first option item says 먹든지, 든지, right? 든지 is used when? Either, or whether, or. This phrase or this word is used to explain that choosing either 2 or more ideas or objects doesn't really matter. You can do this or that. Either this or that doesn't really matter to me. Alright, so let's look at an example. 저는 미국으로 가든지 한국으로 가든지 상관없습니다. 미국 is what? United States. 한국 is South Korea. 가다 is a verb here, right? Is to go. Right? 저는 is me. 상관없다 doesn't matter. I don't care. Right? So if we translate this, it means I don't care whether I go to the United States or South Korea. Right? This is what it is. It's not really what we're looking for. We're looking for after. Right? We're looking for time. So it doesn't really look like the right answer. But let's move on. Number 2 option, 거나, 먹거나. This is very similar to 든지. Right? So this means whatever, however, whatever. Doesn't really matter. Right? It's used to explain whatever you choose or however you choose something, you don't care about the result. Right? An example for this could be 그러거나 말거나. Very simple. Whatever you do, this or that, doesn't really matter. Right? 그러다, 말다. 그러다 means to do. 말다 means to not do. So whether you do it or not doesn't really matter. Which means, simply put, it means I don't care. Right? So whatever you do, I don't really care. Right? This is also not what we're really looking for. Right? So we're going to cross that out. But let's move on to option number 3. 그러고 나서, 먹고 나서. Right? This is used when? To talk about afterwards, time. After I do this, afterwards, blah, blah, blah. So this is used to explain what we did, something first, then moved on to do something else, which is B. All right, so it's talking about time. For example, 우리는 점심을 먹고 나서 커피를 마시러 갔다. 먹고 나서 we did this first, and then we drank coffee, number 2. Right? 우리는 점심 is lunch. 우리 is we, right? 커피 is coffee. 마시다 is to drink, right? So that's the verb. Right? So if you translate this, it means after we ate lunch, we went to drink coffee. Right? This is talking about time also. It's kind of seems like the right answer because it's talking about afterwards, right? But just to make sure, let's look at the last option. 무엇 다 보면, right? which is while doing something. While I'm doing something, I'm also doing something. It's a continuous phrase, right? This phrase is used to explain a situation while another one is still happening. For example, 일을 하다 보면 스트레스도 느끼지만 즐거움도 느낀다. Do is also. Right, so and, right? 일을 하다 means to work, right? It is work. 하다 is do. So working. While working, right? 스트레스 means stress. 스트레스도 느끼지만, same thing. And I feel stress. I get a lot of stress. But also, 즐거움도 느낀다. I also feel joy, happiness. Right? So if we translate this, it means while working, we can feel stress, but also feel pleasure or joy. Right? This is just while. It is a little bit closer to than option 1 or 2, but it's talking about while, not after. So this doesn't really seem like the right answer. All right. Let's confirm our answer. All right. Seems like our answer is closer to number 3. Right. 먹고 나서, after eating. Right. Exactly what we were looking for. But like I told you, our last step was what? To put it in and check if the sentence flows naturally. Let's put it in and read it. All right, in Korean. First, 어제는 친구들과 같이 점심을 먹고 나서 바로 도서관에 갔다. All right. Yesterday, after eating lunch with my friends, I went straight to the library. All right. It makes perfect sense. It flows naturally. So I guess option number 3 is correct.